Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Thank you once again for joining me for tea time. Right now we have some green tea with a little Savannah black sage honey. Good stuff. So anyways, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today we're going to be talking about budget full frame mirrorless cameras and what is currently going on in the market. And what do we see going forward? This is going to be a little bit about rumors and speculation and whatnot, but a really good conversation, hopefully, just to kind of get an idea of where things are going. All right. So before I get into it, a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget, I still have that giveaway going on from a couple of videos ago. That will be going on until Wednesday, Thursday of this week. Don't forget, in the comment area, put a comment of some kind. Let me know what you like about the show, what you don't, any kind of suggestions, on and on and on. And don't forget to be subscribed and have your notifications turned on, and you could be the winner of all of my products. All right, I'm going to put them all into a box and ship them right off to you. So getting right into it, sub $1,000 mirrorless full frame cameras. Okay, I believe those are going to be like all the rage for the end of 2019, starting out with let's say 2020. I think it's going to be very important that the companies really lower the price and get into that consumer market with the full frame. And I really do think that that's what's been going on. We saw that Canon released their EOS R, and that's sitting right now at about $2,000. And then of course Nikon did the Z6 and the Z7. They're running about $2,800 for the Z7 and $1,500 for the Z6. Now, in one of my videos, we discussed back and forth the possibility of Canon, instead of going professional with their mirrorless option, they would go consumer. And when we say professional, let's say like 5D-esque, something like that, something similar to a 5D and a professional version of their mirrorless full frame. And we talked about and we discussed that this doesn't really make a lot of sense for them to do that. It would probably make more sense for them to produce a more consumer-ish type of camera. Why is that? Well, we also did a video talking about Canon's EOS M series being the #1 mirrorless camera sold on the market today. Now, that being said, they're making a ton of money in the mirrorless space when people thought that only Sony was making the money. And obviously that's not the case. Being that their M series is just absolutely crushing it, it is APS-C, it would make sense for them to come out with a EOS R series that would be something similar. So our speculation was right. And what Canon did was they came out with the Canon EOS RP. Now, did it fly as well as an M series? Absolutely no, but it is running at about $1,300. So we're getting really close to that $1,000 mark. Well, rumor has it, just recently, as of like a day or two ago, that Nikon will be coming out with a response to Canon's EOS RP. Now, maybe it's called a Z3 or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, this is just speculation, but the point of the matter is it should be sub $1,000. That is the goal that Nikon has here. Now, why do we say that? Forever, for many, many years, for probably nearly a decade, I've said that Canon and Nikon are basically two legs on one body. One takes a step forward, and then the next takes a step forward, and then the next, and then the next. That's how we've seen the industry move forward over the years. So it doesn't make sense that Nikon doesn't have something that's low cost so that the consumers could get into their Z series platform. Now, why is that? Once you sell a consumer a high-end piece of glass for your system, once they have that high-end glass, it's very hard for them to get out. Like I said, it's like that marriage certificate. You're pretty much stuck. It's hard to get a divorce. It's very hard to get a divorce. So once they have this stable full of high-end lenses, they're pretty much stuck. And they become fans, and crazy fans at that, because they're so invested in the manufacturer. Okay? So knowing that, a lot of these manufacturers need to get people to come in and buy those lenses, right? So if you can get them in the door for something that's sub 1,000, all right, and they start buying high-end lenses for that camera, the chances of them sticking with your platform and moving forward for example, with the Canon EOS RP going into an R and then maybe an R Pro down the line is very likely. More likely than if they didn't have a high-end piece of lens for that specific camera series, let's call it. So I think that Nikon needs to do the exact same thing that Canon has and get that really cheap sub $1,000 full frame mirrorless camera out there. I think it would be very important to them. Now, the question that I have is now what does Sony do? Now, we know Sony is going to be releasing that absolute video beast, which will be an A7S III, and that's probably right around the corner. That'll be happening very soon. But now, what do they do with the consumer-based market? Right? They only have the A7 III currently, and that's about $2,000. They don't have anything down there unless people want to go APS-C. But all the rage right now is full frame. I told you guys that that was going to happen, and it is coming to pass. It is full frame, full frame, full frame. Everyone is talking full frame, and even if you're not a professional, you want a full frame camera. That is just how it is right now. Now, what will they do? Will they simply make a A7 III, but just like a lower down spec version that they can sell for $1,000? Or will they make a new line of cameras that will be full frame that can also be sold at $1,000? Is that a possibility? Also, if Nikon does break that $1,000, let's call it full frame barrier, does that mean that Canon, their EOS RP, will just lower down to $1,000 and drop basically $300? Or will they create a new version of that RP that has even lower specs than the RP currently has? Is that a possibility? If this chain of events does happen, and we do see this lowering down to sub $1,000 full frame cameras, what happens to Micro Four Thirds and APS-C? Do more consumers just start migrating away from Micro Four Thirds and APS-C and just simply go full frame? Or is there still a market for these cameras that people will still buy them for specific reasons? So what are your thoughts? I want to hear from you. In the comment area, let's have this discussion. Let's talk about it a little bit and see where you think that the industry is going to be going, and what is Sony going to do, and what will Nikon do, and will Canon respond, and vice versa. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, as always, if you enjoy my content, throw me a big thumbs up. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can get all of my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon somewhere around here, so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, jchristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me. That would be awesome. Once again, thank you, each and every one of you, for being here, and all of your amazing thoughts that I know you're going to put in the comment area below. That's it. I'm out of here. We'll see you in the next vlog. Happy shooting, guys.